going on? Anyway, besides that, it's not just us two knuckleheads in front of the camera. Let's throw the camera behind and show who's running this lovely stream.
What's up,
There's
Randa?
You know, that throws me off every time you do it because now you're just that little thing up in our peripheral vision.
I'm tiny little corner.
Yeah, just a little corner. Looks like a Let's Play. Anyway, why is everyone... Oh,
Hey!
Oh,
Boom, banger.
told you we're getting weird today. Anyway, why is everyone saying...
Hey, it's Jack and Sylvester.
Man, I got to ask...
Sebastian's gone now.
Oh, yeah. We got Sylvester in the house now. No more Sebastian. We fired him. Why is everyone putting where they're from in the chat? Are they saying... Did someone prompt, like, where are you from?
I don't know.
Either way.
But it's all right. We like to know where you're from.
Yeah, I actually do. It's kind of cool. We see that everyone's from all over the country and all over the world. Anyway, so let's get real for a moment. Guys, if you don't know what the hell is going on, everything you need to know is down in the description so we don't have to talk our vocal cords to ruin telling you what's going on. So if you need any information on not only what this show is, what we do on here, but if you want to find out about the giveaway, head on down to that description, man. And at the end of the show, we'll call out some names, win some $50 gift cards at the Beardbrand website, yeah?
Check it all out in the description.
So, all that being said, let's just get into it, man.
Let's
Let's
dive right
do some
in.
style consultation. I'm talking about weird beards today. Let's see some, these aren't weird beards, though. I caught myself. We're going to see some nice beards, but we're going to see some unconventional beards. That's the one I'm looking
forward to it, man.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is Randa's going to pull these up. These guys will pop right into the middle. She'll read their message, and then we'll get into it. All right? Sweet. You like that little pregnant pause? What's up? All right.
What's up, Greg?
Look at this guy.
See you in a few weeks, man.
Wait. There.
Oh, that's not Greg.
No, that's not Greg. This is our first guy. Who is this?
What? Who are you? That is not Greg.
Yeah,
This is
Sebastian.
our friend David.
David, what's up?
What's
Says,
up, David?
Hello, my name is David Robertson. I'm 60 years old. I care a lot about my looks.
Okay.
Can you suggest a new hairstyle, beard trim, and anything else that can take me to a new level? Thanks. Love your channel. He didn't describe how long he's been growing.
Okay, that's okay.
So he's just looking for advice to take his
Just
style to the next
overall.
level.
Yeah.
And
all
he
things
lovingly
style.
photoshopped the Beardbrand symbol.
Hey.
The whole Beardbrand name.
Well, he's already taken his style to the next level. Just
I
by
was
that.
going to say, yeah, he's already in the good foot with us, you know?
Oh,
Anyhow, so you want to go ahead and describe what David looks like for our audio listeners?
Yeah. So for all of our audio listeners, thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
If this is your first time listening,
How do we sound?
be sure to check us out over on the YouTube channel every Tuesday. Again, all the information should be linked in the description.
Should be.
This is our friend, David. Am I
man.
right? Did I miss the name this
No,
time?
it's David. I was looking at you like, yeah, what's up with David?
So David is a strapping, good-looking man. Looks
is.
like he's ready to go out and tackle some I would say some 50-degree weather.
Yeah, he's got that.
I'm going to start off with. I'm going to kind of break the rules here, Jack.
Sure.
And I'm going to kind of describe his appeirance and what he's wearing. He's
His
got
wardrobe appearance,
Yeah,
okay.
his wardrobe appearance. He has got
Let me hear it.
a button-up checkered shirt.
Yeah.
I
I think I got that same one in my closet.
If I had to make a guess, I would say it's a Hart Schaffner and Marks shirt, or maybe a Hart Schaffner and Marks. That's an old school name.
I was going to say, I don't even know what that is.
Or maybe even a what's the name? Maybe like a Hickey Freeman custom bespoke shirt.
What are these? I don't even know what these
These
are.
are all like old school.
These
names.
are old school?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
was gonna
Tailor
go-
names, like real nice.
Okay, I was
like,
going to go
yeah.
with the hot Ralph Lauren.
Oh,
Drop
Ralph
that one on
Lauren's
you.
good. Yeah. R.I.P. Carl Lagerfeld, who passed away today.
That's right.
Anyway, and then he's got a like a wool vest that's cut off. It's
It's a
sleeveless.
nice wet vest.
And so I really like the complements of the earth tones here because it's like a light brown vest with a dark black and light brown checkered shirt.
Yeah.
And then David's got maybe some like dirty blonde colored hair. What color hair is that?
That's almost like a red. So I saw this picture before we
Okay.
came in here. It was a little bit bigger when I saw it.
Okay.
And it's almost a reddish color. And
Cool.
it makes me lean towards maybe David has dyed his hair in the past because it's very bright. So it could be dyed, but if we're going to classify this as a color, I'd say kind of a reddish.
Well, audio listeners will have to check out the live stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
To see for
What
themselves.
would you guys call that?
I would
us
say
know.
it's like a dirty blonde, but I
Yeah.
can't tell. From this photo.
Yeah.
But it's got a few weeks of growth in his beard. I'd say this is probably based on this photo alone. It's a box-shaped face.
Yeah, kind of a square face.
Square face, yeah.
Square
Thank
face.
you.
Square
I've been
face.
practicing on these,
Yeah.
man. Last night I was sitting out last night spending some time with my wife, and we were watching some TV, and I was like, "Hey, that face shape is this," and she was like, "What?"
Couldn't be
like,
worse than my last
I'm
video.
practicing.
How about this one? I go like shapes. I can't even remember these things. I'm like, oh, let me get an L shape in my beard. I'm like, wait, what shape is an L?
Well, so David has got a few weeks of growth in his
Yeah.
beard. It's not a long beard, but it does look like he's keeping maintenance of the neckline and the cheek line. And I would say this is like a heavy stubble, and you can see where it grows a little. There's a little more density, maybe in the mustache towards the center of the face,
Like in the circle beard area.
kind of like in the circle beard area, but it doesn't fully connect.
No.
Beneath the lips, there's your usual suspects. Not very noticeable patches, and we don't really call those patches, but kind of patches.
Okay.
And then his hair is longer on top. It's not faded, so it's not a fade cut, but it is maybe a scissor cut.
Yeah,
I'd say it's it's again just super clean, kind of like it kind of goes back, so it doesn't have a lot of structure to it. And then I don't know, man. Maybe it's just a high tempo.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson last time when I called Scott Barnes out and said he had a receding hairline.
High tempo hairline.
Yeah, high tempo. Yeah,
that's-
he does not have a
That
receding hairline.
that makes guys like Scott and I feel a little bit better.
Yeah, Scotty B has got some great head hair, man, and a great beard. If you didn't catch that stream, make sure you go check
That was
it out.
a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite
A lot of fun.
episodes.
Then David has some glasses on. It does look like
Yeah.
they're frameless, but they're black at least for the most part.
On the sides, yeah.
And like we said, David had already taken up his game by sending a photo with the Beardbrand logo cropped into it.
In the
So,
background, yeah. I like
yeah,
that.
man, that's in a nutshell, David.
Okay.
He's standing against a brick wall too.
I know. I'm not sure if that's a natural brick wall.
Is
Who
that
knows?
photoshopped as well?
I think that might be photoshopped as well.
I mean, is
Either
this a
way.
real person? David, are you real?
David has pieced himself together using the powers of Photoshop. No, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to offer some advice on how David can take his style to the next level. Now, first thing I'm going to mention, man, is let's go back to that wardrobe.
Yeah.
I like this style. It's kind of that Pacific Northwest meets New England.
Yeah,
right? I love a good vest, right?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
I would tempt David to go a little bit further, though. Let's introduce a little bit of that puffy vest in there, because that's a really good look. You remember Marty McFly's vest that he wore in Back to the Future?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can find vests like that right now. You're looking at me like I'm crazy, but you can find vests like that where it actually looks pretty classy. You get the big brass buttons. It buttons up, doesn't zip up, and maybe that would go well with something like what David's wearing right now. This checker button up. You get those checkers really small. I don't want to see that really big. If you go for like a full-on flannel with that button up, it's going to just end up looking kind of weird.
Wow.
So keep it classy. Stick to the darker colors. Your navy blues, your crimson reds would look really nice with that. But let's look at this haircut and this beard trim, or the beard rather. So first thing I would say, man, is let's grow it out. Right?
Okay.
Let's grow out the beard. First thing we'll try though is we'll ease into it. Right. David seems to be doing that already, and I think we'll start with the circle beard because that's where it's the strongest, and we'll let it grow out into a scruffy goat on the sides, and then from there we kind of take a look at the head on top, or the head on top, the hair on top. Excuse me.
Hey, and we just want to confirm that David Israel, he's in the chat. So hey, David.
Oh, good.
Thanks
I'm
for joining
so
us.
sorry for
And
clowning
thanks for confirming that you are real.
Thank God. I'm sorry, David. I don't mean to clown on you.
No, you're not.
No. But no, so the hair on top, I would, you know what? I'd continue to grow that out as well, because then you could get a little bit of sea salt spray. I wasn't even going to let you say it this week. A little bit of sea salt spray in there, and that's going to add some texture as you push it back. I wouldn't let this stay in a side parted way. I'm riding the slick back train right now, so I'd like to see this not slick back with like a gel or anything, but like that. I want to see a little bit of sea salt spray, finger pushed back, maybe a little bit of a blow dryer action, okay?
Yeah.
What do you think, Sylvester?
Yeah, my thoughts are a couple of things. One,
Okay.
I dig the vest.
Yeah.
So we split.
We agree
hairs
on that
there.
one.
No, we split hairs.
Do we?
Yeah,
I
I don't
like
think
that
he
vest.
should go for a puffy one. I think this is.
Oh, you don't think you should?
No, I think this
Okay.
is like a perfect combination.
Okay.
Sweater and button-up shirt. So.
Well, hey, that's okay, but you're wrong. No, just kidding.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it looks. I think the colors play well together.
Yeah, it does actually.
And I like the dark tone on the bottom with a lighter tone vest. So good job there, man.
Yeah.
As far as taking your style to the next level, as far as your beard, man, it really just depends on your goal and what you're feeling. It looks like David has the ability to to grow out his beard and grow a pretty full, dense beard. So I would say that if you are wanting to change things up, and go in the opposite direction of the trend around this time of year, is I would grow it out, man. 30 to 90. Well, we say 90 to 120 days is really the goal.
It's a stretch goal.
It's going to let you see your full potential and what you're capable of growing. And then from there, honestly, I don't think I would go for a very long beard.
No.
I probably would rock a corporate style beard, kind of like what Artie's got going on right now.
Artie, okay,
and kind of like what you've got. I mean, you've got a little
It
L
might be
shape.
a little bit, yeah. It's got the L shape.
Yeah, but
Maybe grow like what I used to have.
What
almost.
you had before,
Okay.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I would go. I would probably that would be the longest I would.
That'd be
grow.
like ideal length.
Yeah,
right?
because then it keeps you, keep the neckline. It allows you to maintain maintenance there. It allows you to maintain maintenance in the cheek line if you're doing that.
Yeah.
And then the glasses. I mean, again, I kind of like this whole look. It kind of
it works. It really does work.
Works for him.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to change it up, I think maybe a circle glass would work, like a nice thick frame circle glass, kind of like an old school professor look.
Okay.
It would really tie the whole look in together.
Sure.
With the vest, with the button up,
Okay.
with the hair, and go with a black or maybe even a tortoise. Probably a tortoise.
Probably a
That
tortoise.
mixes in a little bit of that
It'll
black
play
and brown.
better with the hair color.
Yeah, and then the hair, man. I mean, Jack already stole the show. I mean, the sea salt spray.
I sold that sea salt spray, so you
Sea
can't
salt
use it.
spray is going to be your best friend, honestly.
Oh, thank you for the €5.
Hey, €5.
All right,
The sea salt spray really is going to do some wonders for you if you're not already using that, David. It's going to allow you to have a little structure in your hair, but not weigh it down.
Yeah.
And it could possibly, especially if you work it in with a blow dryer,
Yeah, that's what
could
I was saying,
also give the appearance of a little bit more fuller hair up on top.
Like fuller, more volume.
And so man, that's all I got for David.
Okay. I dig it.
What do you think? Anything else?
I don't think so. I think we got David in a nutshell right there, man. So, David, thank you for the wonderful picture. And thanks for being you.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Keep on growing.
Keep on growing.
I'm going to gang it.
Gang him.
I mean, I'm going to.
What the hell is going on today? We're about to have Eric come over here. It's like, guys, calm down.
No way. He's going to
All
come
right.
crash the
he's
stream
gonna
again.
come knock over the gong again. All right.
Woo.
All right, so this one's a little bit of a long one.
Yeah.
From Tim.
Tim.
He
No, I'm not
writes,
rocking a mullet. Everyone's in the
Hi,
chat.
my name is Tim. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Germany.
Germany.
Hmm.
Okay.
In general, I like to dress up and do a little bit more for myself. The only problem I have is my beard and, of course, my hair at the time.
Sure.
My facial hair is very thin and at a certain length, it starts to curl.
Yes, that's not thin. That looks awesome, man.
I try to take it under control with the Brzezinski method, which has proven to be a difficult matter. My longest beard hairs are 2.5 inches long. I use
Okay.
beard oil and balm, but it's very hard to get this hair straightened under control.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
to have a full beard, but I have to admit I probably have to wait a few years and then start to grow it out again. My question now is, what advice would you give me, considering these circumstances, about the beard style that would suit me well for the time? I'm open for everything and would love what you have to say about my beard. Best regards, Tim. And he has another photo as well.
Randa, can you remind me how old Tim is?
Tim is 21 years old.
Tim's 21?
21.
Damn.
Woo. All right, Tim.
All right. Do
Happy
we have another?
21st
Do we have that other
birthday.
Yeah,
picture?
if it helps
Can we see
for
that other
just
picture?
some
I wasn't just like
perspective.
pausing for no reason. There we go.
There's the whole side view.
Okay. Cool.
Got it.
Tight. Okay. Can I see the front picture again? And I'm gonna go ahead and describe Tim. So Tim's 21, young man, rectangular glasses with a little bit of circular parts to the bottom, oval-shaped head, high-ish hairline, not super high, but you can see where it's just a little tiny bit thinner in the very center of the hair. Thick hair though. Okay. Brunette. Probably about 2 inches, quiffed. See, you've got me tripping. I saw you out the side of my eyes. I'm like, did I say that right? All right, so it's quiffed up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of blow dryer was going into this.
man.
But let's talk about this beard, eh? So this beard is kind of a Hollywoodian situation where the mustache does not connect into the beard, rather. I don't know what Tim's talking about when he's saying this beard is thin. I can see maybe where it attaches to his face a little bit thin, but I'm looking at that side picture and this one right now in front. This bottom growth is pretty thick, man. That's a pretty thick growth. Maybe it's just the lighting. But before I get on with it, let me talk about that mustache, because he's got kind of a Dali situation going on. I don't see that very often. I do like that. Remember we were saying we're going to do a little bit of unconventional beards today. So I like this. Let's see what else we got going on. We got a blue checkerboard shirt, and other than that, yeah, let's get into it, man. I want to see what you had to think about this one.
So what, Randa, can you remind me what his goal is again?
Yeah, I think he just wants some overall advice,
That's what I was
especially
thinking,
since
yeah.
he's been using the Brzezinski method. It's a little bit tough for him to
Yeah.
style.
So the Brzezinski method, again, guys, is where you take a round brush or a boar's hair brush, and you straighten out your beard by rolling it down with the brush and using the hair dryer to sort of dry it as you go down, right?
Okay. And Tim, right?
Tim,
Hey.
21 years
You
old.
sure it's not David?
It ain't David.
We don't know if David's real. So this might be the real David.
David
No.
was an illusion.
No, I'm kidding.
just
Tim. Tim, man, listen, like, for me, my recommendation is, and I classify myself in the same boat. So,
Yeah.
it's very apparent that you've got two pretty good sized patches right underneath your lip. And I've grown my beard out for an entire year and did the year, and I've got the same two patches, probably if not a little bit more exposed than you do.
Yeah.
And once that beard gets to that certain length,
Yeah.
it kind of it does two things. One, it doesn't. Sometimes the attention is going to go two ways. It's going to go directly to the bottom of the beard,
Yeah.
or it's going to go directly to the patches.
Okay.
And at this point, based on what I'm looking at, if I had to look into your future in 10 years or in 15 years, those
Yeah.
patches are not going to go anywhere.
You don't think so?
That's just the way
That's just his growth
that's his
pattern. Okay.
genetics, in my opinion.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
And so at this point, I think you got to make a good decision. One, I think this beard style on you works really well.
Okay.
I think it looks good. If this is the beard style you're going for, I would encourage you to keep growing and not do any more like real trimming. Just kind of take care of the flyaways. At this point, you really don't even need to do a lot of maintenance on the neck because your beard is hanging to a point where it covers that. And then that's one style.
Right.
Now, if it were me and I were in your shoes, what I would do is I probably would trim this down and go for the shorter route. So in this, I wouldn't really say this is like a full-on patchy beard because from that side profile,
really,
it looked pretty cool.
Can we see that side profile?
Yeah, can we check that side profile again?
Yeah.
I thought it. Yeah, see, it looks pretty cool.
It's actually a somewhat similar growth pattern to yours. Yours goes more onto your cheek than Tim, but yeah, it's sort of similar. I remember that picture of you looking to the side when you grew out your ear.
Exactly.
Somewhat like this, just somewhat.
Somewhat. So I would say to keep it short. You only have two choices. You can either keep it long, like you're rocking it now, or go a little shorter. And by shorter, I mean just keeping it nice and neat. Us patchy beard guys really need to be sure to keep things neat. And then you can, instead of doing like a hard line, if you want to change it up, you can do a hard line to clean up the neck. But you could do have your barber fade that in. So it's a nice natural, it goes right into your neckline and it gives a real nice faded appearance. But I would keep it short and then I would accentuate the strong parts in your beard, which is, in my opinion, the mustache.
I was gonna say that. I think that's my favorite part.
And that for me is also my favorite part. You could do this is one style, but I could also see where this might get a little tedious to maintain every day. So some days you could just wear it down and relax with a little bit of mustache wax to keep the hairs out of your mouth. Or honestly, some good inspiration for a style, if you decide to keep it this long, would probably be Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah.
He rocks a pretty good Hollywoodian, right?
Yeah.
And then also Christian Bale, who I think we may be covering a little bit later in the stream, also does he works really well with the
front of his face,
his mustache and his goatee
it comes
area,
in really heavy right there.
and it looks really cool. So that would be my recommendation. As far as the hair, it does look like he's gone a while without a cleanup around the neckline, around the back of the neck, and then around the ear. So I would get that cleaned up. It all depends on your goal. I probably would keep it a little shorter on the side, not a full buzz cut or a full fade, but nice and clean.
Yeah, get it a little bit more corporate.
Yeah, and then kind of maintain this certain length, but I probably wouldn't go any longer. I kind of like the ability to use a sea salt spray.
There it is.
For this style of hair. It looks like it would really play well with the texture of his hair.
I agree.
Those are my 2 cents.
Okay.
What do you think, Jack?
Now let me come in with my bulldozer and just steamroll this.
Yeah.
So here's we do have a lot of similar ideas with this one. So Tim, I would say, since the mustache is so structured and so styled up, I'd like to see this go for a full showman style beard. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is we're going to put a hard line on the heel of the beard, right where it connects into the sideburn area, right? Get away all those flyaways. We're going to ditch the idea of keeping this thing natural. We're going to introduce a hard line on the bottom as well by shaping it up. That's going to take quite a bit of maintenance, and you might need to watch a few Greg Brzezinski videos on how to get the bottom of your beard up. Maybe just every once in a while, every other day, go in with the scissors, chop up the bottom, make sure it's nice and tight, so that you really emphasize that sort of almost directional arrow towards your chin. And with the chin, I might even leave that just a little bit longer so that it really brings that whole like old school kind of ringleader kind of thing going on with the situation.
I could see that.
I just kind of like it because if he's going to commit to something like the Dali style mustache, I'd like to see him go the full 9 yards. Not just go like, okay, I'm going to do it with the mustache.
Yeah.
And not do it with the beard. That's just my 2 cents. And then with the hair, I agree. I think it needs to be a little bit more brought in. It doesn't need to be completely changed with the style. Just we want a little bit of something in there, so maybe the sea salt spray, and then maybe a side part. I don't necessarily think it would benefit him super well. Can I see the front-on picture real quick, Randa, of Tim? Let me see. Yeah, I could see a side part on.
See, from
on
this
Tim.
side of the photo, it looks like he's pushing it back, like similar to what you have going on right now.
A little bit right now, yeah.
Which I think looks great. And
the quiff, yeah.
And you've got some really good inspiration. So if you're looking for a hairstyle,
he could take inspiration from what I'm doing.
But from the side photo, it looked like he was pushing it forward.
Yeah, I think it was 2 different photos.
So
maybe, I don't know.
Maybe pick a direction and style it one way, and use a blow dryer to get you your hair in the direction that you want it to go.
I think a lot of guys don't realize how good blow dryers. I use one on my hair every day.
There you go.
Anyway, so Tim, hopefully that offers you a little bit of something to go off of. Yeah. Hopefully you can gain a little bit of wisdom from that. And thank you so much for sending your photo, man.
Yeah, I would just want to point out real quick, I think the glasses work pretty well with this.
I do like those
glasses,
too. Yeah.
But yeah, man, keep on growing.
Keep on growing.
Oh, you banged him from the back.
Whatever. Oh, sure. All right, who do we have here?
All right, here we have Dylan. Dylan writes,
"What's up, Dylan?
Son of a bitch.
Hey, Beardbrand. My name is Dylan. I'm 19 years old.
What's up, Dylan?
This is just 1 month of growth with no trimming except on the neckline.
Okay.
My best growth that I see is my chin, jaw, and neck. My cheeks look decent, but they're pretty patchy now, but hopefully that'll fill in with time and length from surrounding hairs.
What is going on in the chat?
I really want a variation of the corporate beard, but at 19, I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask if there are any facial hairstyles that y'all recommend. Also, does this look decent growth for 1 month at age 19? Thanks."
Sure. Okay. You want to describe our buddy Dylan?
Yeah. So Dylan, as you just heard Randa say, he is a 19-year-old gentleman.
Strapping young 19-year-old.
Yeah, man. And for sure, this has got to be a picture in the restroom. I think I see a towel hanging on the on the
guys
wall
like
there.
to snap pictures in the bathroom.
But he's got his shirt on, and that's all that counts.
That's a start, yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Dylan, though, is 19, and man, dude, I think this is a cool look and cool style, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll give some thoughts here in a minute, but Dylan has got, let me start with the description of his hair.
Sure.
Man, I am breaking all the rules today with not abiding by our format.
Okay.
But Dylan's got a really, really, really cropped. I mean, I'm talking about high fade, and it's not. I don't know that it's even really.
I don't know
a fade.
if I would call that a fade.
It's just
I
like
call that like
blunt.
a buzz cut.
Yeah, straight up to a blunt, all the way to the where the temple starts, and then his hair on top actually is quite long, and it
almost
looks
like an undercut.
Yeah, almost like an undercut, but not quite the full undercut. That you might see if you were to Google like Brad Pitt undercut, or Shia LaBeouf. But he's got a really cool look, man. It's kind of to me, it's very military inspired.
I was almost wondering if he was military.
Yeah, he might be, and so this is we're looking at a side profile picture of Dylan, and Dylan is got like his. Let me talk about his beard. I mean, the density does go through the side of his hair down to his sideburns is pretty thick, and then kind of like Victor.
I was going to say it looks a lot like Victor Brzezinski.
You know, as you get closer to the mouth and towards the center of the face, it kind of starts to get a little thin or a little sparse. But my homie Dylan here has got very similar growth patterns. He's got the same patches that I do right underneath his mouth. Now, it's very different than our friend earlier, but these are very similar. I wonder if we're maybe from the same ancestry. Maybe. But he is cleaning up the neck. And one thing I want to point out about this is it appears that Dylan has got some pretty gnarly chest hair growing out there, man.
Yeah, you see that? It almost looks like the beard will connect right into chest hair. Yeah,
exactly. Man, and that's not a knockdown. That's actually, I'm going to address that here in a minute. So, so stay tuned.
Okay, shall we begin?
Yeah, go for it, man.
So, man, Dylan, I like what you're doing. You've actually got an extremely similar growth pattern to my brother, who has a beard just like this. And he's 21 now, but he had a beard that was just like this when he was 19. And you know what? I think that you should continue to grow it out. That for 1 month at 19 years old, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty typical for what we see right there. Some guys get it a little bit thicker. Some guys get it a little bit thinner. You are somewhere in between, okay? Now, we do notice those patches. Of course, the same ones that Sylvester's brought up, the ones that are under the chin, and then gets a little bit thinner right there in the smack dab center of the cheek. But don't worry about that, because as you continue to grow that out, I think those will eventually kind of cover up. So what's kind of cool is I like this because I've seen this in my brother where he's growing it out, and the mustache tends to get a little bit thicker after 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay? That's when we really start to see the hair get darker. Now, if I'm obviously, Dylan, I don't know him in real life. He might not have that same growth pattern as my brother once it gets past that 6 week part. But I think it's cool because there's so much disconnection going on that you really get 4 distinct parts of the beard. You get the 2 cheeks, the goatee, and then you get the mustache.
Yeah.
It's a really cool unconventional style. One thing he's got to keep an eye on, though, is that neck, because that thing will just get out of control. You can already see, I mean, he might have shaved this morning and it's already coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some serious growth right there. So he's got that growth pattern where the cheeks and the neck are the strongest, not the mustache and the goatee.
Yeah.
But what I think you're probably going to bring this up. The fact that his neck hair grows down so far and goes up into the chest hair just about means he's got a bright future in the world of bearding, man.
Yeah.
I think this thing's going to explode in a few years. Okay,
Yeah.
You want to take it over?
Yeah, I mean, we say it all the time, Dylan. If you haven't had a chance, if this is the first time you're actually tuning in to hear some of our advice, you're 19 years old and your beard is going to change as you progress and get older. So it's going to look different at 20, like it is going to look different at 25. So never fear, the beard is here and it's on its way, man. But seriously, like, I like the hairstyle. If it were me, I probably would go for an undercut and try to slick that back.
Fully commit to the undercut?
Fully commit to the undercut.
Okay.
I think it'll work really well with your style, but on certain days when you're not feeling it, push it forward just like you're doing now. And I just wouldn't go for too long of an undercut, like where it starts to go, where it
starts
drops
to hang off the back.
Yeah, where it starts to you want to kind of
want
to have your barber maybe blend that up and blend that in as it grows.
Yeah.
But as far as like earlier I was sharing like with the gentleman earlier, like I don't see this beard filling in, but with Dylan's beard, I do see it filling in.
I was gonna say this
and
one.
The reason why is because like we said earlier, like you've got this this beard growing here, and
the chest beard, as we call it.
You've got that vest going on, man, and you do like seriously. I think that's nothing but I say that with a lot of respect and trying to encourage you that it's gonna change. But honestly, if it were me, if I were to give Dylan any advice today you could make a change right now doing, it would be I would shave the center of the face.
The center?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I would go with the mutton chops.
Ooh.
I think that would be a really cool look.
Little Victor Brzezinski action.
Yeah, man. And I don't know if I don't know what kind of style Dylan wears, but throw on some lace-up black boots with some jeans and that black shirt, and you're ready to go with that new look.
Okay.
And just again, like Jack was saying, just make sure you clean up the neckline. And then the one other thing I will point out is the eyebrows. Now, based on this photo that I'm looking at, your eyebrows potentially could take a left turn and go like complete wild. So I don't think that you want to necessarily you know, like you don't want to do like too much maintenance to them. I personally, when I tell guys that have pretty thick eyebrows, I usually tell them to try to, if you go to like a licensed esthetician, I don't know that your barber will do this, but if you go to an esthetician who manages stuff like that, make sure just to let her know that you want to keep it pretty natural. And what they'll do is they'll just kind of clean it up, and there won't be any hard lines. It'll just kind of look pretty natural, but it won't look like it's about to go crazy. Or just have them do something like cut a little like check mark into yours like Jack has. No, I'm kidding.
Get yourself a little italic eyebrow.
Get an italic eyebrow like Jack. But man, no, Dylan, like seriously, dude, like keep growing. Your style, your genetics are gonna fill in, and then you'll have a lot more to work with. But if you want to change your style right now and do something cool and a little unconventional, I would actually shave that mustache,
shave the middle,
shave this, and keep the mutton chops. I think that would look pretty sick, man.
I can get down with that, man. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Okay, Dylan, so what do you think about that? You in the chat? Maybe you're not. Who cares? Watch it another time. We thank you for sending your picture. We thank you for sending a picture with your shirt on, because I can see that chest hair, man. I know what's going on. Anyway.
Yeah, and I have to pull through these photos.
Yeah. Keep in mind, guys, Sylvester and I do not pull these. It's Randa, so be nice, all right?
Be nice to me, please.
All right,
Thanks,
so that being
Randa.
said, Dylan, thank you so much, and keep on growing. All right?
You want to gong him?
You want to gong him?
I'll gong him. All right, Dylan. You're in the books, man.
Gong him. All right. Ooh, it's time to talk about weird beards now.
Oh, is it time?
It's time for some weird beards, some unconventional beards. So I did a little homework last night. And
Talk to me.
I looked up some beards that were unconventional, because so often, even just looking through these style consultations, right, I think what so many guys have in their mind is that it's either all or nothing, right? It's either you have the full natural beard and you better eat glass and shit coal, and you won't be a man unless you do this and have the full natural beard. When in reality, you can have all these different types of beards that are kind of unconventional. Now, the ones we're going to talk about today, there are a few that we have suggested in the past to people, right?
Yep.
But there are some in here that we're going to pull up in the center here that are really unconventional. And I'm talking like really weird. One of them might not even exist.
Yeah.
There's no photographic evidence. What was that word?
Okay.
No evidence of this beard actually existing.
All right.
But it's one that people think existed, okay? So the first one we're going to do is one that we've actually suggested before. And let me pull this one up. So this is one of the presidents of these United States has rocked. You want to pull this one up? This is the Whaler, okay? This is Honest Abe right here. Now, we talk about this one all the time. And I feel like I was talking with Randa about this one before, and she's like, is it a neck beard? No, I don't think it's a neck beard. It's like a purposeful neck beard. It's like a neck beard if a neck beard was stylish, right? Yeah. And what it is essentially shaving down. It's shaving down the cheeks, shaving down the mustache, and that's really the biggest part, is shaving the mustache. Now, some guys will call this the Amish, and I don't want to go that far. I don't have anything against the Amish, man. I know the Amish can't hear me when I say this, but, it's just not my favorite look. I like the way that Abe Lincoln rocks it, right? You got a real good density there, and you keep it nice and structured. You add a bit of dignity to it, right? Right?
Yeah, I think I would agree. I actually think that I would agree that this is a purposeful beard. Yeah. And this is actually just a beard without a mustache. Yeah. And I think we need to see more styles like this.
I do
honestly.
too. I think if people do it right, because when people do it, they either grow it out and it's not intentional, like they're just growing out the neck beard and it's like, okay, here it is, I'm just not shaving anymore or whatever. I don't think that's what we want to see. I think I want to see something like this, where I think Abe Lincoln's the kind of guy that's like, well, I'm a politician, I'm a dude rocking this beard, right, that really doesn't have, this kind of beard wasn't really seen in this time period, right? And I did a little research. He was one of the only people rocking the style where everyone else had these gigantic mustaches, and they're like, look at my great mustache, look at my button chops, whatever. And Abe Lincoln rolls onto the scene like, no, check this out. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Now, I might be just talking about my ass right now, but I do like this style.
I don't know what kind of man Abe Lincoln was, but I think with a style like this, like I said, I do think we should see more styles. Unconventional styles. We call them weird beards, but they're not really weird. They're just different, and they're cool, and they're unique. And they may not be everybody's preference, but I think that if you're going to pull off a style like this, then it's important for you to like kind of make sure you're tidy in other places. So like your hair's got to look pretty good. Looks like Abe's wearing some sea salt spray in there.
Yeah, we went back in time and dropped some off with him. He actually invented sea salt spray. Did you know that?
I know. Well, Beardbrand's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
so.
no, he invented Beardbrand.
But yeah, like, you know, he's got the bow tie, he's got the suit,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he was a pretty cool guy. And you know, again, I don't know for sure. Nobody will ever know that.
We don't know that.
But maybe he was a good guy with some good character and good appearance, and he maintained himself well, and that's what allows you to pull off a cool style like this. It'd be the same if you were to do just a big mustache and no.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it's an unconventional style.
It's just an unconventional style, and you know, yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, the guy it's attached to has got to sort of fit the beard, right?
Right.
You can't just let the beard wear you.
Yeah, exactly.
So now let's go really weird. Now this is the one I was talking about earlier. One that may not have ever existed, but there is. Okay, I said there's no photographic evidence. There's technically a photo of this beard. So can we throw this one up? This is the Babylonian beard.
Oh,
okay.
Whoa.
Now apparently this thing existed.
I mean, this guy ate bricks and what did you say earlier? Like
ate glass.
He was a real man. I mean, he was literally stoned.
Well, you can tell he ate glass because his face is kind of blown off. No, so this is a statue of I think it's King Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay.
I think that's who this is a statue of. And I found this because Victor Mendez, who's a viewer of our channel, sent this to me.
Hey, Victor.
A long time ago when I was doing the Yeared series.
Yeah.
And apparently what this beard style is they would curl their beards in ancient Babylon, right? And get sort of that full-on kind of the Hasidic Jewish man look, you know what I'm saying? Where they get the curls on the side, but in the beard. Now that takes some
Is that what this is?
That's what this is.
Okay.
And they do the same thing in the hair. This is a bona fide weird beard.
Yeah, man.
And I've never seen this in real life. I don't think you have?
I have.
I want to hear this story behind this. What is it any story? Or is it like, I saw a guy at the window?
Well, no, I think I was in the airport.
Okay.
Man, it's a little while ago. And, and the guy had like just this, like I had to take a double look.
Yeah.
Because it was like bananas. I was like, yo, this guy's got Tootsie Roll coming out of his on his beard, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And he had like this really cool style too. He was like kind of like biker-esque.
Okay.
So like, you know, he had big chunky boots on and you know, some Wrangler jeans. Well, not Wrangler.
Something like that.
I didn't look at his butt or anything to see what brand he was wearing. Anyway, he had some black denim on, and he had, you know, a black shirt on, and his hair was actually pretty long, so it kind of like went down.
I feel like
his
that
back.
plays the part in this really well, just like our buddy Nebuchadnezzar.
And then it just had like this, like his hair was not. It wasn't curly, but it wasn't straight. It was pretty like wavy. But his beard was like
curly.
Bam.
Do you think? Now let me ask you this: do you think he was naturally like that, or do you think he did that?
I don't know.
Because that's what I'm wondering. I doubt that this dude was doing this, or this is how this guy's beard actually grew. It might have, but I'm thinking, you know, this dude, if this is who I think it is, like at least in the ancient times of Babylon, I'm thinking that guys like this who were getting statues made of themselves probably had a bit of time on their hands and probably had a guy or two come in and help them out with their beard. I'm thinking this was done artificially. I think they curled the beard. So I'm almost wondering, let me ask you this. Do you think we'll ever see this style?
I think so.
Come into the forefront?
I guarantee you, if you watch this video and you hear this conversation, or if you're listening to this on our podcast, like, send your photo to style@beardbrand.com.
Yeah, I swear.
Because we need to see it.
If you guys have this, I would love to see this in real life. I really want to see what this looks like on a human that's not a statue. I mean, obviously that's a human in the statue, hopefully. But man, I don't know. There's something really interesting about that.
It's uncommon, man.
It is uncommon.
It's uncommon, and to answer your question, do I think that, you know, like, we'll see it again? I just saw it a few weeks ago in the airport.
Apparently, so
we just don't see it as often.
Yeah.
So
maybe people will maybe the name Babylonian beard will catch on. Who knows?
Yeah.
Either way, let's move on and let's go to a more conventional one that's still weird, but you know, I think this is one that we recommend a lot. So let's see this next one. This is This is Andrew Van Dyke, the inventor of the Van Dyke, or at least the person. Yeah, or at least the guy who was coined as inventing the Van Dyke.
Okay.
So what we have here is a guy holding a gigantic sunflower. Or, oh, no, he's painting a sunflower. That's what it is. Or maybe he's pointing at it. Either way.
Do you think this was the Bob villa of
The
like
Bob Villa, the Bob Ross.
Oh, shit.
The Bob
Damn it.
Villa.
Bob Ross.
Like, who the hell
Is this the Bob Ross like of his era?
He might have been the Bob Ross of his era. What he probably did was he probably had people come and sit really close to him because there wasn't microphones back in Andrew Van Dyke's day, and he probably just had them get really close, and he would just whisper to the paintings like, "Okay, this is what I'm doing now," and then all they were doing the entire time was staring at that mustache and the goatee, like, "Huh, there's something to this."
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, what this is the Van Dyke,
Interesting.
and it's the mustache, large mustache, kind of showman style, paired with a kind of grown out goatee. Now, in this picture alone, this is actually a self-portrait done by Van Dyke himself. I didn't realize he was a painter. He's rocking sort of a smaller goatee in this one. And now, typically, when we talk about the Van Dyke nowadays, we kind of picture. You get your Christian Bales who sometimes rocks the Van Dyke with the grown-out goatee, and then you sometimes got like Pierce Brosnan, and even going as far as what's his face, Mel Gibson had a Van Dyke.
Yes, he
one point.
did.
Yeah, he did have a grown-out one. So this was kind of the precursor to all that. And what we really see is a more grown-out mustache with a smaller goatee, and that's kind of making me think of Three Musketeers.
Okay.
But I mean, for a while, you sort of had the Van Dyke.
A little bit. It was a baby. It was a real
smaller
big
Van Dyke,
baby.
but I can see. You could probably rock something similar to this one he's got right here if you were to shave the sides and the underneath.
I'll tell you really, I thought the Van Dyke came from V from Vendetta.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm like,
I was like,
Sylvester.
I never knew this was Mr. Van Dyke.
Yeah, this is Van Dyke himself.
Yeah, man. I had a real big, real baby Van Dyke over the summer, and it was just really well maintained.
Yeah.
And it was just small, short mustache, small goatee. It's just what I was feeling. I think Carlos made reference to it as the Johnny Depp.
Yeah, some guys will call it that.
And I was like, I think it's really more like Tupac Shakur.
Hey, okay. With the little thinner mustache. I get it.
Yeah. But I this is for me, now I'm going to be really brutally honest.
Sure.
I don't like the full mustache.
You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan of this style of Van Dyke.
Okay, that's okay.
And maybe that's just because I think Christian Bale, I think, is probably the only guy that could get away with the Van Dyke style that he had.
Yeah.
I don't think it looked great on Mel Gibson.
It was a little strange. He looked a little bit like he was a cartoon villain.
Yeah, cartoon villain.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that is kind of cool.
There's something to it because I'll tell you this.
I
used to rock a Van Dyke, man.
You did. You rocked a Van Dyke.
I wish I had brought that picture in. Now that picture is a shirtless picture, so maybe it's a good thing that
Send
I
it
bring
to
that
style
in.
at beardbrand.com.
And when I used to wear it, my girlfriend would say I looked like a knight of the round table.
I could see that.
a wannabe knight of the round table because I was too skinny.
See, now I think if you're going to pull the Van Dyke, you have to be in full uniform all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you said well groomed earlier, and I think that's what defines it from I'm just going to grow something out, and it's I can't grow stuff on my cheeks or my neck.
But I'm talking shirt tucked in at all times.
Yeah. It's nice. It demands.
It almost demands this
like a nice
Abraham Lincoln appearance.
Exactly. Well, all of these kind of do. You kind of got to step up in other areas if you're going to go for a little bit more of an unconventional. Because otherwise, people are going to look at you like, what's that dude doing in the the pair of shorts and t-shirt that doesn't fit quite right with this unconventional beard style, right? I don't know. So this is a more conventional one, but why don't we move on to the fourth one here?
Oh, we got one more.
Yeah, no, we've got 5. Man. Oh, we've got 5. So this next one is I actually can't remember who the fourth one is. Let me pull it up and I'll remember.
I remember because it's my favorite.
This is your favorite?
Bam.
Oh. Friendly mutton chops. Now you might recognize this one. This picture is actually in Austin, and it's in a infamous bar.
Oh, yeah, on 6th Street.
On 6th Street.
It's right next to Maggie Mae's, actually.
It is. It's right next to... And see, you're reading my mind because we're going to get into that, right? So this guy is a colonel in the Civil War, the American Civil War.
Yeah.
And he had... So, see, we're back in Lincoln's time. Everyone else was rocking something kind of like this. But this is... When people say mutton chops, they kind of think of, Wolverine or... Wolverine, really, nowadays. No one's going all the way back like, oh, I remember Admiral, whoever his face was with the mutton chop. No, you think Wolverine.
They're thinking Wolverine,
but
for sure.
this is when you pair it with the mustache, it becomes what we call the friendly mutton chops. Now, this is one of the ones we actually don't have in our graphics. We typically don't reference this one. Burnside, that's his name.
There you go.
Ambrose Burnside. Now, even that name is badass, isn't it? I love that. Anyway, so
it kind of fits his
Colonel Burnside, right? Is rocking the friendly mutton chops, and what that is where you really grow out the sides, and then you get the little bit of the mustache. Now, you can't necessarily have a mustache like me, maybe not even you, where it's a little bit smaller and more neatly trimmed. You want to go full Bandholtz with the mustache.
Yeah.
and then just go, I don't even know, like wild man on the sides.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. You're like starstruck, like, yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff. I don't personally see this one ever making itself back in the mainstream.
I don't see this one making it back, and honestly, I mean, I'm all about unconventional beards.
Yeah.
But I say this would look better if it were a little more tamed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kind of get it. I do think it should make a comeback. Honestly, I think with the right person and the right personality, and with like it could really go really cool.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go like full out wild.
I wouldn't go with what Burnside's wearing right now.
I'd bring it down so that it's maybe about 1.5 inches or an inch off the face, not like 4
heavy,
inches.
Not quite a heavy stubble, but kind of in that corporate beard kind of way.
Yeah, and honestly, like. And I don't know this gentleman. I didn't meet him personally. I'm pretty sure he was an awesome guy.
You was here at the office last week.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to bring him back.
Yeah.
But like, it looks like he it looks like he cut his chin and then circled back and cut the top of his hair.
Yeah, he does. It's almost like like a bullet passed him on the battlefield, took off his head hair. And
so like, I would actually like, I think somebody fitting to rock this style, and he's gonna kill me for saying this, but. Brzezinski actually could really rock this out.
Interesting.
Because he's got like this dapper personality. There's such a like strong presence about him, right? That he's got his shirt pressed really well. He's got this really like nice picked out outfit.
Right.
And his hair is like always on point.
Right.
And then you've got this beard, and it's just like,
whoa.
Oh, I never would have expected that.
Well, they don't call it the friendly mutton chops for nothing, man.
Yeah,
You know who I was going to say would look good with this is Artie.
Oh,
I think Artie could pull this off pretty well. Go full strong man. I would love that.
I don't think Artie's.
I don't think Artie's girlfriend would like that.
No,
but
she would not.
Who knows? Let me tell you this though, man. Speaking of unconventional styles that I've tried, I've done this one too. Not the full on, but I grew out my beard for an entire summer one time. At the end of the summer, I shaved off the middle part and I shaved it down kind of to where it is in this L shape now. And just kept the mustache and let it connect into there. And I would post that picture too, but unfortunately, that is also a shirtless picture.
Maybe we'll do Jack's weird styles.
Yeah, maybe next week we'll just talk about what a freak I am. Right? God, Jack is kind of weird.
Jack is dirty.
But, no, man, I like trying out different beard styles. So maybe we'll never see this one of the full Burnside come back, but I think that we could see that, like you said, maybe even kind of a beard stash kind of style. If someone was to take off the chin, part of a beard stash.
Yeah. Again, it's a cool beard. I just think it should be changed up a bit.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be updated for the modern era.
Yeah, for the modern era. But yeah, it's a cool one.
All right. And
we got one more?
We got one more. All right. We ready for this one? I always forget who this is. I can't remember. Who is it? There he is. Now, they talk about modern. Here we go. You don't get much more modern than 2011 pictures of Christian Bale. Here we go.
Man.
That's the Hollywoodian tried and true right there.
That is like the
I love
epitome.
This, man.
That's the epitome right there of rocking the beard, accentuating the like the center of the face.
I think this is a guy that knows his style and he rocks it well.
Yeah,
I really, really like this. I love the black. I love the black tie. I love the black jacket. Mixture of that hair that looks kind of natural. Maybe he's got a little sea salt spray in there. I don't know. We keep sending Christian Bale stuff, but he won't return our calls.
He just keeps using the
products.
Can
you remind everyone who you were for Halloween?
Oh, yeah. I actually dressed up as Christian Bale for Halloween.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I shaved my beard off, I really like that movie American Psycho.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help my case because everyone's like, God, Jack's a psychopath. But yeah, I dressed up as this, but I didn't have the beard. But no, so this is Christian Bale understanding what works for him and rocking it really well. Because this really, really easily could gotten out of hand. And he could have done, the neck beard and gone just like, bleh.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. Like, this is what I'm talking about, like rocking an unconventional beard where you've got your hair in check, you've got your attire in check. Now, he's at a Grammy, or not a Grammy,
this is when
Oscar
he got his
awards.
Oscar. Yeah.
But he's everything else is kind of in place, and so it allows him to do something different with his beard.
Yeah, it's the statement piece.
And it's the statement piece, yeah. So it's not drawing attention to his attire, even though he would probably prefer that we put more focus on his award. Yeah. But it really is like, it rocks. He rocks it really well, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's really nice.
Christian Bale, if you're watching this, man, come hang out with us.
Dude, come on the podcast. Why will you never return my DMs? I keep messaging you on Instagram, and it's like this is a parody account. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but no, this is the Hollywoodian though. So it's No sideburns connected at all. It's shaved all the way down, and I don't know if that's because it's natural to not grow on the sideburns for Christian Bale.
I've never seen him with a full beard.
I don't think he can grow it.
Yeah,
I think this is just the way his beard naturally grows. But the difference is, he's keeping it really trimmed on that bottom part, and that's really the difference. I mean, the mustache. I mean, that thing's impeccable, man. I love that mustache. I'd have that mustache myself if I could.
He's got some envy.
I like that, and all he would have to do to make this the Van Dyke is shave down the sides of that Hollywoodian beard, and really just emphasize that goatee right there. That could be considered a circle beard, but because it doesn't connect right there, that's when we classify it as the Van Dyke.
Yeah.
And I really do like the style, and I wish that more guys would see that, if you don't grow it up onto your cheeks, Christian Bale has no growth at all in his cheeks.
Yeah.
And he's still able to rock this really, really nice style. So
I dig it, man.
I think this is one of the ones that more guys should take a note from and really try out. Maybe I'll go for this one. Who knows?
I like it, man. And I think there's one more patchy beard that we should talk about.
Should we? I don't
know. Not talk about. I'm curious to know from the comment from our viewers, is a patchy beard a weird beard?
I don't think so. So here, let's
do we classify that
let's
into the
not
weird
even have
beard?
Christian Bale in here. Let's talk about this one. Yeah. So yeah, you bring up the idea of the patchy beard. Is that a weird beard? I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
I would say, all right, and this might be a bit bold. I would say that the patchy beard is actually more of the norm because I think more men on Earth right now grow patchy beards.
Yeah.
More than, the full beard.
My take is that it can get weird.
It can get,
it can
get really weird.
It can get really weird.
If
it's depending on the genetics and depending on the person and if you're not taking care of it, if you're not being intentional.
That's a big one, yeah. Not taking care of it.
It's man, it can be weird. Patchy beards can be weird.
Speaking of weird beards. Oh,
there
he is.
Here's the weirdest beard of us.
Here he comes. You want to tag in? Who wants to tag out?
I'll tag out.
All right, you want to tag out? All right, yeah. We got a nice warm. Oh no, it's over here. We were waiting with it. Oh. It's just off screen, conveniently placed where I can knock it over and break it. Here, do you want to take this?
Look at that.
Here, I'll hold my small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Is this indicative of anything? How you doing, man?
Look at these.
You crashing the Weird Beard stream?
Got the Weird Beard stream.
Got the Weird Beard stream
Got
and
my
some
beard
awards.
feeling pretty good. Yeah, look at this, guys.
Yeah,
Did y'all know that we have 1 million subscribers? If you didn't know, we should probably get your brain checked out.
Yeah, it only took us 100,000 more subscribers till we actually got the thing, but
I know. Look how big this is.
I think it was worth the wait. I had
no idea.
Can
you guys see the? We'll show them a little bit of the studio.
Yeah, we can see a little bit of the studio in there.
You see that? There's the camera that we're looking at to you guys from.
There it is.
This is what we look at, which
That's our
is
monitor.
Us on us.
Yeah.
And then
there's a window.
No, too far.
Yeah. There's
this
there's
is our ring light.
It's one of our many lights.
Yeah. And then Randa.
There's Randa somewhere back. There's Sylvester. There's Randa.
Yay!
There we go.
So Randa made the stream.
Yeah. Hey, I always make the stream.
Well, technically,
I literally make it.
Oh yeah. Well, technically, she does make the stream. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it feels good to finally have that. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I kind of took away your mojo.
My mojo.
No mojo, man.
No, man. No, I'm interested to see your take on some of these weird beards because you were the one immediately in the chat that knew Burnside's name. I knew the name, but I couldn't remember it, and I kind of wanted to get your take on these styles that we talked about. So we had the what do we have? The Whaler, the Babylonian, which is I've never seen personally.
Yeah, the statues just looked like a terminal beard.
Yeah.
With like long neck hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at it closer, there really is like a curl to it, at least in the drawing portion of that.
Can we pull up like a legit neck beard? Like that was a style from the 1800s.
The neck beard. Oh yeah. There actually was.
Not like making fun of like a fat internet.
No, not the derogatory.
I feel a little scared Googling this right now.
Google the word neck beard.
No, like you can see it. It's kind of like an Amish looking.
Yeah, where it literally grew on the neck, right?
Yeah, and it was like they shaved just the face.
I want to say there was an Irish politician that did it like as early or as late as like the mid 2010s. He was rocking a neck beard in Parliament. I can't remember if that was real. It might have been him though, but it was literally just grew on his neck, and it was almost like a lion's mane at the bottom.
Yeah.
No connection to the jaw whatsoever.
We'll get a photo here. I got a feeling that Randa's found something, so we'll see.
See a nice neck beard appear right in the center.
Yeah, but I would say those are kind of like on par. I mean, like the Wolverine beard is kind of like kind of weird too, right? It's kind of like a.
Oh, who's this? We got a friend right above your head. Do you
Oh,
see?
he's
There
in
he
there.
is.
No, that's an Amish
that's a
beard.
full-on
That's
Amish
not.
beard.
That's not it.
Oh,
I've got
dang
you.
it.
I've got you.
It's a full-on Amish beard.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Pull it out.
But yeah, I feel like no, that's not true. We do see quite a few neck beards nowadays, but I feel like that's the unintentional kind. I don't really see, at least out in the wild, anyone going for the full-on, not a whaler, like full neck beard, where it's like, I'm gonna shave all of this on my chin, I'm gonna shave all of this on my jawline, and I'm just gonna have this statement piece hanging out like a, what are those things on roosters' necks called, like a rattle? I think that's what they're called.
We've got one coming for you.
Yeah.
All the way from Connecticut.
Oh yeah, there he is. That's
Yeah.
I actually used this in a video once.
Oh man.
There he is. So that's the full-on neck beard.
And there's a dude who's like rocking it.
Yeah, I
Like-
think that's not the politician.
No, this is not.
That's not a politician. There.
Let's see here.
There we go.
There you go.
There he is.
Well, you can't focus.
Yeah, it's not focused, but
Just imagine only the neck.
yeah. Can we get that guy back up there real quick? Yeah, so this is like a tried and true neck beard right here. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
like
think-
if anyone like you call on trolls neck beards,
Yeah. Just
be
remember
like,
this-
dude, like
well,
that's legit.
This guy's rocking it
He
pretty
could
well.
use a little bit of that Brzezinski, method with
Little bit of
his
sea salt
grooming
spray,
routine.
too.
Yeah, a little bit of sea salt spray.
Yeah, but again, we kind of go back to the idea that Sylvester, you were talking about, where you kind of have to step up in other areas if you're going to wear a more unconventional beard. You know, this guy has got the full situation going on. You know, he's wearing the overcoat and he's got his hair pretty nice. If he was to look kind of schlubby, I think that neck beard would look pretty bad. So I think you got to step up your game in other spots when you go for something like this. At least my 2 cents, right?
So I got a video coming out for the first time in a while.
You do.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Show you guys how to rock the mullet.
Yeah, it's looking nice.
Style the mullet. Yeah. It's getting long.
It is.
It's getting super long.
That's-
So my wife's been actually getting on me about
Oh, really?
trimming up the
She's
mullet.
not really into it. That was my
I
biggest
don't, I don't
question.
think she's got a problem with the mullet. I think she just doesn't want it getting this long.
Okay.
So I'm actually kind of waiting until like Mahesh and Jake get in town. And
Yeah. What are you thinking?
well, I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking about going with Mahesh and then
Yeah.
having one last mullet trim, and then after that, see like Mahesh's take on the mullet,
See what he thinks.
and then after that, I'm going to go with the next hairstyle, which I've
Is
gotten here a little bit of
secret.
teasers, you know.
Okay.
So that'll make for a good video when
I'm looking forward to that.
we kill
Well, what
the
are we
mullet.
gonna do though? Because Chachi's not here anymore.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I lost my mullet barber.
Yeah. There's no.
When you
more
lose your
mullet.
mullet barber, I mean,
That's kind of like.
it's a really
losing piece of
risky
yourself.
proposition.
Yeah. Well, you can't just roll up to any barber and say, "Yeah, like a mullet, please."
Yeah, because the reality is, I know there's a little bit of drama between like hairstylists and barbers, and I kind of feel like the mullet, you need someone who's both a barber and a hairstylist.
Yeah, because it's kind of the well, if you look at it from the wrong way, the worst of both worlds.
Well, the best of both worlds, right? So you
Yeah.
got your scissor work that you need for like the length, and then
Right.
you've got like the fade work that you need on the sides. So it's hard to find people who are both.
Yeah, get
Barbers.
that good happy medium.
But yeah, that's all I got for the stream crash. I'll let Sylvester take a seat back and call it the winners. Have
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Oh,
let's
we
call
gotta
out some
call
winners. All right, Randa, you ready to call out some winners?
Yeah, while they transition things
Yeah, let's get
over,
the seat.
let's get some
swap
winners.
back. Don't
So
break these chairs.
congratulations, Victor Mendez,
Hey,
Jason
speaking of Victor Mendez,
Tada.
That's
That
Mr.
wasn't
Babylonian
that
beard.
wasn't that was just a weird coincidence.
I was gonna say I will have to talk to Ann, Eric, because I think you should let that keep going.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
your full Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
the full
Yeah.
Billy Ray Bandholtz.
Billy Ray Banholtz.
Billy Ray
Billy Ray
Bandholtz.
You could pull like a Mahesh hairstyle off Sylvester.
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah.
I've given up on that.
We need to get you some head tattoos, Sylvester.
He's got a cool little hairstyle.
He does have-
He does.
I'll have to talk to him when he gets here.
Yeah, you guys can swap secrets.
Yeah.
All right. See you,
Okay,
Eric.
Thanks, man.
To not keep them waiting any longer.
Oh yeah. So
Victor Mendez, Jason King, and Richard Langford.
Hey!
congratulations
All
to our
winners.
3 winners as I try and reach this thing. There's 3. There we go. What if I just like kept doing it until the end? I'm like, turn the stream off. I'm done.
See you later.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Congratulations to those winners. So, any final thoughts on Weird Beards, or should we throw it over to a little bit
Well,
of talking about what's coming
I
up?
don't know about Weird Beards, but I think you should come get weird with us.
Yeah, man.
It's March 20th and 21st.
Yeah,
We've
man.
got a big event going down right here in Austin, Texas,
Woo-hoo.
called the Alliance Conference, and Mahesh will be cutting hair here on the Beardbrand campus, and so will Jake the Barber, who, if you don't know who Jake is, he's an incredible barber from Philadelphia, and he is Greg Brzezinski's barber, actually.
Yep.
And so, if you ever have enjoyed Greg's videos, maybe you've given it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Make sure to snag a ticket, because we only got a few all-access passes
Yeah.
left. But we did actually just today.
Today was the day, right?
Just today was a day. We've had such a good, so many people have been asking about it.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to kind of extend an opportunity for people to get in onto the campus. So if you're not going to get a haircut, you're not going to go the full out experience, then grab a general admission ticket.
Yeah, those just went up on sale today.
And that'll at least get you in the door. And there's a few perks that you get along with that.
Yeah,
ticket.
what are those, Sylvester? Actually,
Well, you
I'd
get
like to know those.
so number one, you get full access to the Beardbrand campus for 2
Walk
days.
around, use our bathrooms, eat our food. No, I'm just
Come
kidding.
come hang out, and you can come sit with Randa and get to know her. You
Yeah.
can come sit with Jack, come get to know him. If you get an all access pass, you can definitely. We'll sit down. I'll sit down with you personally, and we'll talk. We'll talk about personal style.
Yeah, do a style consultation.
and a little bit more. So you'll get a personalized style consultation with the all access pass.
Yeah.
But you get at least you get in the door, and it gets you on campus. To hang out with us all day. We've got some dynamic speakers, actually.
Yeah, we've got some cool people
that
lined up.
we've been adding to the list. And so you'll want to definitely get in to hear some of these people speak. There will be topics on finance being covered.
Yeah, we're not just talking about beards.
We've got a professional person coming in for that. You'll have we'll actually be covering another topic on health, men's health and fitness. Some real guided expertise there, and you will not want to miss that.
Do I know who's doing that one? Or is it a surprise?
It's a surprise.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
We've also got some. Somebody, a gentleman who owns a gym, like an actual fitness program.
Oh, really?
Here in Austin, Texas.
Oh, that's
and,
tight.
And he's going to be coming to join us and talking with us on maybe some strategies to kind of, help with your physique.
Well, God knows I could use that.
But not only that, man. These people are people who actually look and like and I don't know, have the mindset of investing in themselves and investing in other people. And they also believe in the spirit and the mantra and the movement that Beardbrand has kind of started, called Keep On Growing.
Keep on growing.
If you want to invest in more than just your hair, more than just your attire style, and get in and hang out and kind of see what it's all about. The general admission ticket is available for you to snag, but it also gets you, man, we're going to have a networking event in the evening on the 20th.
Oh, I'm looking forward to
that'll
that.
get you into that, and you'll get a chance. This is not like a big major big
this
mega
is like
conference.
Yeah.
This is like a small, intimate, limited seats type of thing where you'll actually get to talk with FaceTime with Eric. You'll actually get FaceTime with Jack. You'll actually get FaceTime with Mahesh and Jake and Greg and Carlos, and man, it's going to be a ball. So you can get all the details over at the Beardbrand website.
Yep.
Check it out. If you have a question about those tickets, or you don't see something listed there that you've got a question on, hit up support@beardbrand.com. We'll take good care of you and make sure that you get the answers that you need.
Absolutely. Man, I'm looking forward to it. It's getting a little closer every day. What is today, the 20th? 19th?
Today is, we're 30 days out.
We are 30 days out.
30 days out. So we're counting down,
that's both
man.
exciting and terrifying.
Yeah, it's exciting, and a lot of work to be done yet.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's going to be good.
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Oh, and on top of that, if you can't make that,
I was going to say,
if you can't come for the general admission and you can't get the all access pass, but you're in the surrounding area, we're throwing a free party on Thursday night downtown on the notorious 6th Street.
That's when we're going to get really weird.
And we're going to have some live music. We're going to, it's loaded with a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah.
So we throw this party every year. It's called CXBB.
Celebration by
But the
Beardbrand.
precursor to that is our private exclusive event. So Yeah, man. More details, you can go to the website at beardbrand.com, find out more information about what both tickets offer and also more information about what actually CXBB is and how it started. And this is our 5th year in a row that we're doing this. And
That's wild, isn't it?
yeah, I saw Jeff in there, and I saw
Greg was in there.
Jeff Goodman in there, and then Greg was in there too.
Greg's
hey,
in there.
Greg.
Men's Club Barbershops in
and,
here.
and then we also had Greg Tuberville.
Greg, too. Oh, no,
Yes,
no, I'm
yes,
sorry, not
Greg
Brzezinski.
Tuberville.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Brzezinski's
I was gonna say Brzezinski heard me give him some advice. Oh my god. No, I'm kidding.
Brzezinski's going to show up with the friendly
Yeah,
mutton
he's
chops.
gonna show up with the friendly mutton chops. Soon to come on the Beardbrand
Yeah,
channel.
exactly.
No, man. But yeah, hey, hit us up if you have any questions. Support at beardbrand.com. We'll take really good care of you and make sure you get all the information that you need.
So other than that, man, I think that's this one in a nutshell. We're actually overtime usually. This one. I just looked at the clock. I'm like, oh.
Well, Scott Barnes is about to show up, so we're
Oh yeah,
we're
yeah,
going.
we got
No,
a
I'm
show.
kidding.
No,
I'm
okay, I was
kidding.
like, here he
I'm kidding.
comes. No,
He may come back for another time, and
that'd be fun. He
so.
might be there in March.
Yeah, he actually
so
might
you guys
come,
actually
so.
would get a chance to meet him.
Yeah.
So anyway, really looking forward to CXBB and
Yeah.
Alliance Conference. It's gonna be a fun
It's gonna
time.
be fun, man.
Guys get to get weird with us at Maggie Mays on 6th Street.
Or as
Holy
Jeff said, let's rage.
Yeah, let's rage, dude. Let's rage. Bust out the sailor's hat. You're gonna, for $5, you can shave my beard into friendly mutton chops. No, just kidding. Could you imagine?
Just $5.
Yeah, just $5. I'm not attached to this. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so guys, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a fun one. Next week, same time, same beard channel.
Yeah,
Till
man.
then, keep growing on, or keep on growing.
Yeah.
keep growing on.
Keep growing. Keep pushing forward. See ya later.
See you. Tanny. See ya.